All right, hey guys. Today I have a quick demo of Overlord 3. So currently this has been designed targeting 1.15.2, but I plan to get it updated um, to newer versions as well before too long. So first things first, let me show you what we've got here. So to start out with, summoning skeletons is much different than it was in older versions of Overlord, such as Overlord 2, which is the 1.12.2 version of Overlord. Um, so you'll start off, dig a grave, and you'll take this casket, put it in there, and as is the usual theme, you need some milk and bones. And those are the essentials. So I'm going to cover this back up. And one more thing is needed here. A, this needs to be soft dirt, cannot be grass. And B, you need the marker for it. So whoever places this marker is the owner of the skeleton. Hey, buddy. Alright, so I can take this skeleton and I can give him whatever, pretty much whatever weapon and armor I want. Um, there's still a few things I need to get finished up, but for the most part, let's give him that, give him that. Let's give our new friend here some decent armor to wear. Looks good, buddy. Alright, so um, you should probably also have a weapon. There we go. Nice. Alright, what else? What else? Right, he's looking a little short right now. So, in survival mode, or well, in any mode really, you can give them milk. And until they're fully grown, they can drink the milk when they have nothing better to do, and they will grow. So as you can see, milk in its offhand. Takes it just a second to finish drinking. And bucket. I'll grab it two just so I have one in my thing. And four. Bang, there we go. Alright, he's a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna skip this right now. Every growth phase requires a little bit more milk until they're fully grown. So I'm just going to, because I'm in creative, I can sneak, right click my own skeleton with a bucket of milk and instantly grow it. And so now this guy is full sized. Alright, so we've got this guy and he's got his equipment and we've got this nice orders button. And on here you can see we've got a few things that we can control. So, combat, first of all. We can turn combat off completely, or we can turn it back on, and there are a few options here. As of right now, we have only defend, which means they'll only fight if the player is attacked. We can enable melee, enable ranged combat, switch weapons when they're out of ammo, switch when they're close to the enemy, control the distance to switch. Same idea for ranged. You could switch when you're far away and control that distance as well. For movement, you can also enable or disable this. If you have movement enabled, you've got a few options here, same ones as Overlord 2. So we've got follow, which kind of self-explanatory. Drop down's a bit buggy, but that's cloth config is what I use to build this GUI. So if you ever get stuck with the drop down open, click the buttons and it'll go away. Okay, so minimum follow distance, maximum follow distance, fairly self-explanatory. Let's go on to stationed real quick. So if we scroll down here, we can see we've got return home. So this one's a new thing. When you've got them stationed at a point, they can wander away to fight enemies and then come back to that point where they're stationed at. After they've been revived from a grave, that is going to be their default home position. This home position can also be used with wander. So for this, looks like I forgot to fill in the name of this option here. I will fix that. Anyways, so how far can they wander? So we can set a radius around their home position, and they will wander in a circle around that. They may go outside of it for combat, and then they'll wander back within the radius when they finish that combat. So, few useful new features there. We also have this exploring wander, which truly allows them to wander freely without returning home. So that's it for this right now. I do have more planned, and updates on that will come in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and save my changes here, and let's look at a little bit more of the things we can do with skeletons. Or actually, let me show combat off first, just a little bit. All right, that was quick. So we can continue that in a bit. As I mentioned before, they cannot crawl through grass. It has to be softer, like dirt. So we've got a few other things we can put here in there with them. We can give them some equipment. We can give them some leather in here, which gives them skin. So now that this one will have soft dirt to climb through, we can see this guy has a little bit of skin, and as he grows, the skin does too. Alright, so that's looking pretty good. Let's take a look at this one. Down in this one we have meat, and I've also given this one a little bit of equipment. So let's see this guy. He's got some muscle. Alright, there's my muscle skeleton. Perfect. Okay, so we've got that one. Looks like he decided to hold the sword and the bow at the same time. When they're using a bow, they need to have the arrows in offhand, and they will switch around and equip that when needed. Alright, so let's look at this last one. Down here, we've got leather and meat. And so this one will have both. If we take this one's armor off, we can see he's a little bit more complete looking than these other guys, because we've got this one and this one. Alright, so I'll give you your equipment back. You and you. Alrighty, so skin protects from sunlight. So this one would be protected from sunlight. They don't need helmets during the day. This one will still need a helmet during the day, just because he is not protected. He doesn't have the skin. One other important thing to note about the spawning of these guys is it's got to be around midnight before they'll spawn. And usually you won't see them spawn instantly like that. It'll be a little bit before they do. But I have the time, I'm in creative mode, and I have the time set to one specific time that will continually spawn them, because it's not, I have the daylight cycle turned off. Alright, so one more thing. Augments. In this one, we've got our block of coal here, and this block of coal as you'll see, has appeared on this skeleton's head. This skeleton is now going to burn very slowly if you were to catch on fire. There are a few other blocks that have special effects like that, and as you can see, the helmet slot is still free. So if I wanted to, I could take this guy and give him, and let's put a turtle shell on this one, why not? Perfect, alright, so this guy's ready for battle. So yeah, we've got a few different blocks right now that can do this, and there will be more. So I've got a whole graveyard here. Seems like a shame not to waste it. I'm just going to go ahead and let the others out by loosening up the soil a bit. Alrighty, let's look at my army here. Alright, we've got some skeletons. One guy over here wearing a dragon head, nice. I'm gonna make this one big. Oh yeah, big dragon head in the midst of the crowd. And let me just give a few more of these some milk. Alrighty, yeah. Yeah. I named a few of these too, by the way. So, regular grave markers do not name the skeletons, but we also have these gravestones that you, when you place, can put a name on. For instance, I've got my name on this one. I've got another person's username on this one. And as you can see, this one has the Steve skin. So he has a player name on his thing, and at some point that will be made to actually load the player skin. Haven't gotten quite that far yet, but it is in progress. Oh, looks like I missed a few. Get this guy, and this guy. Alright, perfect. Alright, so my little army here. All of them following, I think. I think I set them all to follow. Hey, you there, come on. Follow me, follow me. Alrighty, let's go. So let's see what these guys can do in combat. So they're not going to hurt the animal, it's just hanging out here until I punch it. That was a bit too quick. Slimes are perfect. Let's do a little slime. Hey, what are you guys up to? Get him. Get him. Alright. So clearly this needs a little bit of work too. That will be fixed before release. They should go after slimes. But the ones that are outright hostile, they'll go after automatically. Alright, so as far as the weapons they can use, right now we've got the crossbow, the bow, and then, of course, your swords and whatever else. Tridents are in the plan. And splash potions are also in the plan. Of course, I don't know if I would want to equip one of these guys with a splash potion. They might end up injuring themselves, but you know, maybe with one of them with me. Alright, I can see that. So, let's make an actual battle happen here. How do I do this? It's not spawn, it's summon. Skeleton. position in UT. How do I do a count? Oh, that guy died before anything could actually happen. Alrighty. Let me just. $64.85. Let's put it up a block. All right. Impulse, chain, repeat. Whoa. All right. There we go. Alrighty. Looks like the arrows stuck in skeletons are a little bit random at rendering. That's interesting. But yeah, overall, looks pretty good. Looks like the army won. Maybe I need to summon a few more of them. Man, this is... Wow. Anyways, I think that was about all I had to demo. Clearly I still need to do a little bit of cleaning up on this, a little bit of fine-tuning some of the behaviors and whatnot. But overall, looking pretty good. Just thought I'd give a Halloween update on this. Let's see, one last thing. I'm going to go ahead and post this build on Patreon, and hopefully within the next couple weeks or so I will get something a little more complete out onto CurseForge, and I may publish a few more builds. I may have a port ready for 1.16 or 1.17. So yeah, a few things to look forward to there. Anyways, that's about it. Thanks for watching.